Hi, my name is Aurélien Duval. I'm the product manager for Keystone, and I'm going to present you today a demonstration of what Keystone can enable for new business models like car rental, car sharing, and new mobility in general. Keystone is not just a digital key system. It's a policy-based secure system that enables you to go and do new things with your keys. So instead of just having a key for your car, you can also unlock new potentials, like for example in car rental, you will be able to have features enablement that can be unlocked using Keystone. So for example, you could unlock the GPS for certain tiers of customers, but not for others, without having to worry about handling the GPS units in the rental facilities. So in this scenario, a typical user is going to use a car rental service enabled at Keystone. And for example, let's say I'm in Chicago and I'm having a meeting all day long and I want to go and see a customer, so I'm going to book a rental. So to do so, I would just go to my Keystone app that is on my mobile phone. And using my Keystone app, I can just look for cars that are available. So I will just hit search, and then I can see the list of cars that are there. And the one I really want to book right now, it's the BMW i8. So I'm going to hit book. And so I will see some information about this vehicle. I know that it's going to be $100 per day, and I can see it for people. And some things that you really can do with Keystone is, unlock certain features or restrict certain features within the car. So for example, here, it's symbolized as the vehicle speed. Right now, I'm setting the vehicle speed at 50%. I will have my vehicle dropped off at my location. So that I don't have to go to the rental place. That could be enabled by Keystone too. And one important thing would be, for example, to allowing sub-rental. So in this type of scenario, you could, for example, say that I'm not going to use my car all the time, so I can rent it again to somebody else, and then we can share the profit between the car rental company and myself. So I'm going to go ahead and book that car. So I would get, a confirmation screen saying, okay, I'm going to have it today, and going to have to give it back again on the 22nd. And I can say, for example, that I will do a walk around and take some pictures of the car before and after. So then I can make sure that I'm not damaging the car and it was not damaged before I got it. I'm going to hit book, and at that point, if you are a driver that is looking for a task to do, so let's say you have like a Uber type of person that can drive around cars to be for the customers, you will receive a notification saying that you have a new rental available for delivery. So at that point, the car that we have here doesn't have any control. You cannot just do anything with it because it doesn't have a key yet. My driver is going to say, okay, I'm going to have a look at what this task is. So I'm going to look for it, and I'll say, okay, I think it's fine because it's only 20 minutes away, it's in Chicago, so I'll just accept that job, right? So as soon as I accept that job, I will get a new key to me on my phone. So if I approach the car, I will be able to unlock the driver's side of the car, go into the vehicle, and drive. So one of the particularities of this driver key, since it's policy-based, I cannot open the second door, the passenger door. Because I'm a driver, I'm not supposed to have passengers with me, right? So when I'm done driving and I'm ready to deliver the vehicle to the customer, I will just hit the button to notify that this car is available. And at that point, the driver doesn't have a key anymore. You cannot do anything with the vehicle. So the key has been destroyed, and now the customer has been notified. So as a customer, I can see that on that screen, you will get a rental delivered notification screen saying, okay, now I'm ready to take that car. So I will click on activate, and it will tell me, okay, now just go around and take some picture of that car. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a nice shot of my vehicle to just show that it was in perfect condition when I picked it up, and just say that I confirm that it's accurate, and off we go. So from now on, I will have a key to that car. I will be able to open the driver door as before. And I will also be able to open the other door, the passenger door, because I'm the customer renting the car, so I should be able to do whatever I want with that. So imagine instead of the doors, you could have GPS unit, you could have subscription to media, for example, Spotify or something like that, enable with your rental. So that is all fine, but still like a traditional type of rental. What we can do is go one step further. So if I look at my booking right now, I can review the parameters of my rental, and I can say, okay, this is all fine, but this is a BMW i8, and I'm not going super fast with that. So I would like to go a little bit faster. So to do so, I'll just say, okay, let me go faster. I will just request a speed increase. So when I do so, the system will tell me, yeah, that's all fine, but then you need to pay a little bit more because we're taking additional risk here, right? So of course, I'm perfectly happy to say yes, because who would not want to pay $10 for having a super fast car, right? So by accepting that, now my policy has changed, and I can see that the car is now driving way faster. And if I don't pay attention, I will drive it off the table. So of course, you can also deactivate that at any time. So I can go back and do the same thing, like requesting a speed change, and it will cancel that speed increase. And now I'm back to the normal speed. So again, we are showing that with speed, but it could be any feature in the car that we have access to. Where it's even more interesting is the capability that we have to sub-rent vehicles. So basically, we're creating new keys based on that initial digital key, where the user is just saying, okay, I'm yielding control to somebody else. And during that period, I'm not renting that car anymore, somebody else can do it. And so you can do that. You can request that change. Of course, for the user, the incentive could be that they get a discount on the rental, and the incentive for the car company will be that of course they can rent it twice instead of one. So let's say I would accept, and no, I cannot control the car anymore because it's not my key anymore. I just accepted to sub-rent it. So that's particularly useful. Let's say if you are sitting in a meeting for 8 hours during the day, the car is in the parking lot, it's not doing anything. So at that point, I would be able to rent it again, right? So if I go back to my screen, and let's say I'm a second user, so somebody else comes along and just wants to rent the car again. So they will do exactly the same thing. They will go to the search screen, and then I will see, in my list of cars, I will see the Irdeto i8. And again, it's going to be showing as available, but then there's a little bit of a sticker there saying it's a sub-rental. So that's the only difference that we will see. And again, you can rent it again, so you can go through the same process a second time. The only difference here is that you don't have the sub-rental available at that point. So you can click next and say I will drop it off now, and I will provide pictures. And then when that rental is delivered, the new user is able to access it. So if I activate it, I will take the pictures again as my second user, confirm that everything is fine, and now I can drive it again. So the first user has no access to the car anymore. The second user has access to the car. And when they are finished the rental, they can just click end rental. And at that point, they will take another set of pictures to show that they have not damaged the car. So I'm going to take a picture now, confirm that everything is fine, and then no more car anymore. So they don't control the car anymore because the key has disappeared. And if I go back to the first user, the one that was sub-renting the car, they still don't have a key because technically they are still sub-renting that car, so that car is available for somebody else. But if they want to end the sub-rental period, they would just hit this button, end sub-rental. And at that point, they will gain control back of the car because technically they are still renting that car at that point. All right, so in the end, when everything is done, when you are finished, you just hit end rental, and it's the same process. So we are requesting a termination. We need to take some pictures. So I'm taking a picture of the car, and then I'm confirming that everything is fine. And the last screen you see here is basically the recap, the invoicing. So where you see that you have rented a car for $100 a day. At some point, you have increased the capacity of the car, the performance of the car. So I'm paying $10 more for that increase in features. And at another point, we have sub-rented that vehicle. So we have a discount of $50. So basically, we're splitting between, you're sharing the profit in one sense and sharing the expense. And in the end, I will have to pay $320 for that car. And when I'm done, I confirm my key is not available anymore, my car is not available, so it will just come back in the market and somebody can rent it. So that's our demonstration about car rental. We are also doing things around trucking industry, around construction equipment, and also around classical OEM equipment for digital keys in classical cars. So this product can be used in a flexible way for many different segments and many different domains. Thank you.